Welcome to Art and Soul Insider. I'm Barbara Lynn Burns, and I am here to help you find your joy, your creativity, and calm through art and wellness. Whether it's exploring new supplies, guided meditations, or inspiring art projects, this is your space to recharge and create. So let's make more art and less stress together. Here we go. Well, hello, my friend. Welcome, welcome. So today we are doing part 2 of the Kandinsky-Inspired Flowers. Kandinsky is one of my favorite artists. And so for me to do kind of anything inspired by him is a lot of fun because it means a lot of color. And I love this piece, square with concentric circles. And so it worked really well to just do this piece. So today, all we're doing is painting. So it's a very easy kind of video. I'm going to try. There's a lot of film. I couldn't believe how long this took me, but it's because of doing those circles within circles within circles and getting them the right thickness, because I wanted them to be truly opaque. So yeah, so it took some time. So I'm going to fast forward through a lot of this naturally, so you don't have to watch the hours that I spent doing it. So grab yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a drink and bring your art supplies. Paint along with me, even if you're not doing the same one that I am. Just enjoy yourself, and because this is your time to just be with yourself, put the world away, as I say, and and just focus on yourself and really try to go with the attitude of being mindful when you're painting. So try to focus on your breathing. Try and just focus on right here, right now. And you will find when you have done that for whatever time this video takes, because I haven't edited yet, that you will find that you'll be relaxed at the end of it and you'll have more energy. So to me, that's a win-win. So with that, here we go. Now, I might need some more. We'll find out. We're wanting pink. I think I added too much red, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. That's okay. So remember, when you're making your colors, you see I got some little white stuff around on the outside, some white paint. You want to make sure you bring it all in the center. I've got some white on my brush. Gonna do that. There we go. Oh, we're okay. So we made a pink there. So I'm going to do another little pink one. I'm going to put it by here. Make it a little bit bigger. Something like this, too, it's a good idea to do multiples of, so I've got this little one, then go ahead and do another one at the same time, or fill in a space of another one, right? That can work as well. So I'm just going to do, another little one right here. Another way to do this is you can figure out all your colors. Get your colors all ready. And then you could just go, okay, do one base of, put all your colors down. And then by the time you're done with this one, you can go back to the first one that you did, and it's dry, right? And you can do the second coat, or not the second coat. Well, it could be a second coat, or you could do the second color, right? again with these ones, we're going to add either one color on top or we're going to add two. I'm thinking I want a little small one, actually. Oh, I need a little water because it's losing its creaminess, right? So just be aware of that because they say it needs to be in a cream-like consistency. So if yours starts getting kind of thick to pull, and that's what it was kind of feeling like, then you're going to need more water. So again, I'm going for a little one. I'm just going to put them right here. I'm trying to see the color. Sorry, my head's going to be in the way. Yeah, I'm gonna dry that and just do one more color. I was trying to do it all in one. I find when it's dry, you can really see how it is. So really, with this one, I do need, even though I thought with it looking wet, I thought it looked okay, but really, it needed another color. I'm gonna now, I notice I only did one of this red, so I'm gonna activate that red again. Now my paint has ended up into a brown, which that means it's a perfect combination of all those colors. You know, all the complementary colors are in there, so it's a nice brown. So I'm going to clean that brush in my clean water, and I'm going to, again, dip my brush, and I'm going to get this into a creamy consistency. Need more water. I'm going to take some of the brown water. It's not going to change the color that much, but oh boy, I really got some hard edges that I need to cut. There we go. It really dried on the edge there. So I got that. Let's bring in another one. Like I'm going to bring in another little guy here. I'm kind of doing the smaller guys on lower and some bigger guys up here. So I'm going to take this edge like this. I'm going to go like that with that one. So it's coming off the visual plane. Now I've been using more of the opaque ones. So with those ones that are semi, I'm going to have to see how they work. I'm going to have to get one and play with one, right? If you don't know, you don't know, right? You got to be able to play with it and see how it is, and then, you know, see if you can make it work with what you're doing. Again, it's getting a little dry, see? So I'm going to add a little bit of water to activate this. Get it in a creamy consistency. There we go. It's nice. Okay, this is almost done. I'm not seeing any of the color coming underneath it, so that's good. Okay, and I'm going to go into this one. I really have to pay attention which color I'm going into, because a couple times it's like, whoops, almost went into the wrong color. But some of them, as I mentioned, because of living in Alberta, they're dry already, so I don't have to worry on that aspect. So there we go. Now I'm going to go to another color. So I notice I only have this one blue here, and that's the cerulean blue. I'm going to add some more blue. I think the blue might look nice down here. Okay, so I'm going to maybe make a bigger one here. Now I've got that color here. I don't think I have enough of it. Kind of scrubbing that palette to make sure there's more liquid there. And let's just do this one like, about this size. Well, that one's still kind of wet. I'm going to go and make a very tiny one over here, I think. Again, another color I didn't do double of. Let's do that green. Now, I don't have enough of that green. And that was the sap green, making a creamy consistency. Trying to activate all that other stuff. Get it all in there. This one might hide a bit. Yeah. Because it's in kind of that green area again. It's very low contrast because the colors are very similar. When the colors are different, warm versus cool, right? Colors really pop out more. You know, one color that I'm missing, and I think I've mentioned it before, I want a light blue. That's what I'm wanting. Yeah, that one might be nice, huh? This is almost like the sky's almost a lavender. One thing I'd say about my work is the background didn't work the way I wanted. So I see that since I'm going at it with an attitude of play, I'm not concerned about it. It's one thing to say, okay, I gotta work on that. So, yeah, we're just gonna have to play around a bit to be able to get the effect I want. I got, one thing, it was like, I think I got too many strokes. My brush strokes are seen a little too easy. I'm seeing the brush strokes in here, right? I want it a little bit more flat. So that is where, you see, this is where the semi-transparent is really showing itself. Because, well, again, you can kind of see what's underneath. It's not being built up enough in certain areas. So that is what we're having to do. So it might take a few extra coats in order to work with this semi-transparent to get it a nice, solid, flat color. So I'm seeing a little less. I'm seeing some lighter. Oh, I have too many things in my hands. But you see how it's not flat? I see a little lighter green there in that one. And I'm seeing that on this other one as well. So, yeah. So let's try and just go like that. And see if that works. And a little bit there and there. And let's try right here. And it looks like right here and here as well. Let's get that light blue. So I'm wanting, do I want to do the sky blue? No, I think I'm wanting to do the cerulean blue. Yeah, cerulean blue. So I'm going to, there's a little cerulean blue left here. I'm going to add some white to it. You know what? I'm going to actually add some cerulean as well. Just a smidge. Smidge. So clean off my brush really well. Making a new color, right? Gonna dip it in my clean water. And then mix. Watch out for that red. Watch out for that pink. Pull out that corners, right? Those edges, right? To bring in that white. Mix in your brush really nice like that, right? Get that color. Whoops, got a little bit of red. Not red, but I touched the edge, and I'm getting pretty close to the pink. So again, mix, mix, mix. Nice, creamy consistency. Everything looks nicely blended in my viewpoint. Sometimes it's hard with the lights on, right? Oh, that'd be nice blue here. Nice, okay. Let's bring in some blue. A little bit flat on that edge, isn't it? But again, we're not going for perfection. We're just playing. Circles represent wholeness. So, I think this is kind of a nice combination of work to do, because it has that in the sense that we're trying to play and relax, balancing things out, right? Again, I'm going to have to use a lot of color because I can already see the purple or whatever color is coming in underneath it. My paint is starting to feel a little more dry, so I'm losing that creamy consistency. So I'm going to just dip it in a little bit of clean water, bring it in. Need a little bit more dip in. There we go. That feels better, a little more creamy. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Maybe 2 coats is all I need. So, you know what I think? This is also for not next time, but maybe next time I try a new technique, I'm going to or a new supply, I'm going to try doing one technique itself. So what I did here is I did the wet on dry. When I'm really working here, it is kind of wet on dry as well, but not to do maybe the background, but just focus on doing this technique with these flowers. And I think the other color that I'm wanting to add is the yellow, right? I think I've done everything else pretty good. Oh, and maybe the peach. Okay, yellow and peach. Those are the colors I'm going to work on next. Oh, I lifted some. Okay, I think those are pretty good actually, now that I'm looking at it. Okay, clean the brush. So I want more yellow. Okay. And I'm wanting the peach. So I'm going to need, I might need more peach, yeah. Okay, we're going to do the yellow now. Need more wetness. Let's see. So it's lifting from the palette. I'm kind of scrubbing it up as such, right? To activate it again. And more water. I'm going to add a little yellow in here. So I have to watch out, especially yellow it's the lightest color on the color wheel. So I have to really be aware that I'm picking up some paint. Because this is reactivated with water, I'm actually picking up some of the paint in here. So you got to be aware of that when you're working with this type of gouache. I'm going to get some more paint and wet my brush in the clean water. I'm kind of trying to keep in this area right here because when I go out, I added some red there. So I'm trying to keep it like that for right now. So let's go do another layer of the yellow on the green here. But you really see how the color comes more alive on the second coating. Just needs that somewhat base of yellow to make it come alive. So these are kind of all, I should maybe bring one. I'm going to bring one over here. Oh, that's a little wet still. That's a little wet. So we'll do this guy. I've got to leave it, right? Got to leave it. It's coming along. It's starting to dry up again. So I have to get that paint creamy consistency. Okay, now let's get the peach. Very interesting playing with this. It's very, I'm finding it meditative in the fact that because you continue to do some of the colors, right? And yeah, it's just painting. It's very really, I'm kind of getting lost in it, really. I know I am having to talk to you and kind of be there. So these smaller ones, I think I'm just going to have um, two colors in them. This one I kind of went a little blooped up on the top, so we're going to make it a little more oval. Okay, a little getting dry, so I'm going to add that creaminess back to it, okay? This is what I'm seeing, some color kind of poking through. So I'm coloring in those spots. There we go. So I think we've done the first level. So I'm going to clear my water, dump it down and get some new stuff, and then we'll begin the second part. For the second layer or the second circle in, I'm going to do similar to what I did here. Not here. These are two warm colors together. I'm going to do two, a warm and a cool. Okay, this is a warm, this is a cool. Yeah, so with this, I mean, what works with this one is that this is a deeper, vibrant color. Well, this is a lighter color. But what I'm wanting to do is just go the opposite. So with the pink here, what should I use? Let's bring in that. No, I was going to bring in. Boy, I was going to bring in this color, but I think it might be too much there. So maybe I can bring in a darker ultramarine. This is a transparent, so maybe not. Because remember how thin it's going to be? Not thin, but it'll show underneath. So it probably have to take quite a few coats. Okay. Let's choose something different. You know what I want to bring in is this purple. I know we don't have one. This purple is actually a lilac, and it is a opaque one. Now, I know I wanted to use just the colors I had, but I think I'm going to mix it up. And that's the thing with playing, too. You can change your mind. You can just say, okay, what am I going to do here? And totally change your mind. So I'm going to bring in the purple here, I think. I'm going to use this one. Okay, dipping my brush. I've got new water now. Yay. So much better. Okay, just go like that into my, onto my water. Not my water, my towel. Make this creamy. I'm going to be bringing some of this blue. It's kind of a lavender blue in there, isn't it? It's very interesting. So, I'm going to make it somewhat big. Key is not to make this so watery, right? Because what's going to happen? It's going to go and reactivate that layer below. Okay, so purple. Let's go. I'm going to do a purple down here. I might get a smaller brush that I enjoy working with more. This is a Gumbracker round. Okay, it's number 1. This is a multimedia one, so you can use it. I've used it with acrylics. I've used it with watercolors. I prefer, really, it's just a good detailing one. So I was just thinking, to add some visual interest, I don't have to do all my circles smack dab kind of in the center. I can do them a little off, okay? So they can be not in the center, right? Or they could be closer to the edge of one, right? Edge of one side of the circle. Another one could be, what was another one I was thinking of? Well, just not making it as circular, make it a little more square on one side or something like that, right? Gonna add a little more water. Because really, we don't have, I mean, my cool colors are, I've got the blues kind of here and the green. And then now with the purple added, I think that's going to be a good option to have. So again, I'm going to be doing kind of like what I did before with, 3 colors with the purple. Do 3, 3, and 3. So let's see, what other one can I bring it into? That one's kind of the same. I could do the red over here. Right? Yeah. So let's make this one a little closer to this side, right? Oh, I brought up some red on that. I brought it right into the purple there. Oops, got some red there. Okay, gonna get some more yellow.